blesse mon cœur d'une langueur monotone. Je répète, blesse mon cœur d'une langueur monotone.
Hello YouTube, Dutch Sense here. It is 6:42 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, April 6, 2011. And it's kind of with a heavy heart that I'm bringing this to you. This was sent to me by one of my subscribers, and they asked me not to give this out. And I tried to get a hold of them back to see if they would Skype with me or talk with me, because when I'm sent this kind of information, I can't sit on it. Just morally and spiritually and just scientifically, I've got to get this out there to everybody. Because what was sent to me is proof that the US has had access to their own forecast modeling for all the radiation fallout going back as far as the 21st, at least, of March. And they haven't really advertised this, but these are the forecast models that are exactly almost the same as the ones that I've been bringing you from Europe and Weather Underground, like not an official source. Well, this is an official source. They list straight to NOAA and the EPA. And let's just click on some of these. They're showing you the trajectories for the different height levels, the total amounts of rainfall they're expecting off each one, what they expect with concentrations of hazardous materials. Okay, that's just the high split model. Let's look at their actual dispersion models. They have all the dispersion models, just like I've been showing you from the Austrians and from the Norsk Institute. And we're going to look at those in a second. We're going to compare them to this. But plume dispersion models in 2 days. And the reason they asked me not to give out this link is because every time I give out a link on something important, it gets like the Google bomb and everybody goes over to the link and it crashes the website. Or they pull it. They being they. But I mean, there's no way to know whether it's just a influx of people crashing it or what, but I've got to give this out. I cannot sit on this. I am so sorry that you asked me to not to give this out. And really, honestly, I totally get it that you'd want to have your own source that you can go to that's not blocked or not down. But everybody deserves to see these. Okay, so anyways, let's look at today's plume dispersion model. And it shows you low to high, obviously, and it shows you a date and a time, and it's showing, let's just let it load all the way, but it's showing mid-levels in cubic meters. Now what I'll do is I'll put all these links down below and all the old links from everything that I've assembled so far. So you can click through and you can see all the results, you can see the radiation monitoring stations, the EPA, all of it. I've assembled so much information on this radiation fallout. It's just a plethora of links down below this video. So, but there you have it, guys. This is straight up University of Maryland forecast modeling for the NOAA high split and radiation fallout. And it just hasn't really been put out there. I've never seen anybody talk about this on the internet. And it goes back. You can watch and see. And it goes over the United States and Alaska, US and Alaska, US and Alaska, over and over again. So there's that. Okay, so let's get right on into the European forecasting, since it's basically verified. This is from the NILU Norsk Institute, and pay attention to the top, which is iodine 131, and total column release. And you can see on this next round that a lot is reaching up into Alaska. definitely heavier amounts than the last several weeks now. It maintains its high level out to past Russia here. And it's coming to the West Coast each time. And they have been right. And we can go look at their assessment of how right they've been after we look at all these. Okay, the next one is Xenon 133. And let's wait for the animation to start over again here. Okay, there we go. And this is current, these are forecasts. So they've been right so far, pretty much within a, I don't know, 15 to 20% accuracy rate. So, or 15 to 20% off. So I don't know what that averages out to, but I'd say it's pretty accurate, considering we're dealing with something that's never happened before. So you can clearly see Xenon 133 total column, and that means from surface to 5,000 meters, 15,000 feet. And you've got low, mid-level. And this is airborne particulate matter levels. Okay, and let's go look at cesium 137. Again, pay attention to the dates and the color codes on the sides. And this, of course, is what's going to be falling into the rainwater and onto food, etc. It will be in the rainwater. Okay, here's the URAD agency, and this is for cesium 137, and the animation just started over, and this is surface level concentrations. So you're looking at low range. Near the Fukushima plant, you're looking at mid-range to high. And then what's happening here is this low pressure system is swirling, and we'll look at one shot or two shots of the actual clouds once we get done with all this. But look over the United States. You've got low, mid. Okay. Now let's look at 2,500 meters, because this is, now we're talking cloud level. And you can see it's higher, of course, the higher up you get. And it'll flash here, and that's flashing in between the two measurements. So that's not a glitch. And again, at 2,500 meters, 7,500 feet, cloud level, you've got mid-levels. And each time this comes around, it combines with more, so, okay. And that's where all the rain is falling through. Okay, and then this is high at 5,000 meters, 15,000 feet. This is where your hail will come from. And again, more precip comes from this area as well. And you can see high mid is starting to come and well, you've got a combination of mid levels which are going to combine to form a high level. And you can see as it kind of comes out, it rotates around, comes over Europe, and comes back and meets with the other clouds. So we do have full-on mid-level over the United States and low-mid over Europe now. And this is forecast as the 6th. So starting today and tomorrow. So then again, back to the United States. The United States has it. They have their forecast models of where they think all the clouds are going, and they have their plume dispersion animations to show you what's going into the clouds. It's just that simple. And I'm very shocked that this is the first video that I could find on the subject. So there you have it. And I'm sorry for giving this one out. I hope it doesn't go down, but there you have it. The hard facts, which means that there are levels of radiation coming. They're concerned enough to model it out completely, and we didn't really hear anything about it from anybody. And this shows me mid-level coming out and going, and then they plot it. And so for them to say no radiation is reaching the United States, well, Their own charts show it. Now it's just a matter of how much. How much is bad? How much is too much? And that's where we need to get biologists involved, because what are the effects of long-term exposure to low levels of radiation? Or mid-levels of radiation, depending on where you're at. If you're on the West Coast, it looks like you're going to be taking a brunt of all this. Alaska, down through Canada, West Coast. You're getting the first hit on all this. So, cheers, folks. And if you find any more information, send it over. If you send it to, if it's super important like this, and you send it to me saying, please don't send it out, I'm going to try and contact you first and give you my reason why if you send it to me, I've got to get it out, especially something like this. So I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes. All right.